to
Sestra-Tainment.
I'm Lenora.
And I'm Dee.
And we're coming to you today in regards to everything entertainment.
Yeah.
And so, sis, I believe you are up first this
Yes.
week. What you got?
So what I would like to talk about is a awesome little movie that I watched just recently. I thought it was very entertaining and it was funny,
Okay.
dark,
Okay.
suspenseful,
Okay.
possibly could be scary.
Okay. I'm just like, what in the world is this?
Yes, and yes. So we're going to talk about Death of a Unicorn.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that and
Yeah.
I was like, that looks a little weird.
Yeah. It's like you seeing a unicorn when you're little, you're thinking it's this majestic being that's so gentle and sweet, and like that is the opposite of what this movie is about.
Is. Oh, okay.
This movie is
Well,
about.
and then you think it's fictitious.
Yeah, it is fictitious, but but they're trying to make it a not really a mythical creature, but a creature that no longer exists, like an extinct creature.
Dinosaurs.
Like it's a legend, but now there's something that happens. So let me get into it.
Yeah.
All right. So, like Death of a Unicorn, you can watch it on Max. So an affluent family has a single father who is Elliot, who's played by Paul Rudd. He's a lawyer, right? He's a lawyer, so he comes to their estate to get plans together because the husband of said family, Odell, who is played by Richard E. Grant, which you would know him. He's a British dude. You would know him, seeing him on stuff, but you would be like, yeah, I've seen him before, but like, yeah. But because he's dying, so he's the lawyer who's coming to get their affairs in order.
Get everything straight.
Now, this is the thing. On the way to the estate, it's Elliot and his daughter, Ridley. And Ridley is played by Jenna Ortega, right? So as they're driving down this long country road, because they're going to an estate, not just a house. So as they're driving down this long country road, they're talking and back and forth, blah, 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 blah. And then, bam, they hit something. Guess what they hit?
Not the unicorn.
Absolutely the unicorn.
Oh, it is the unicorn?
They hit the unicorn. Yeah, so this is not a spoiler alert. This actually is part of the trailer.
It is in the trailer.
It
Now
is
that
in
you
the
said,
trailer.
well, I saw in the trailer that they hit something, and I was like, is that the unicorn? I didn't, pay attention to it, pay attention to it.
It's a baby unicorn.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, just imagine when you hit a baby unicorn.
Then where's the mama or the daddy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's basically what the story is. So they have they hit the unicorn. Some things happen. They end up taking the unicorn, putting it in the back of the SUV.
Okay.
Because they're like, we can't leave it here. And it bleeds purple.
Aw, purple.
Right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right? Basically, he then, like the father, Elliot, he's like, okay, we have to go into this meeting. So they pull up the car, the front of the car is all jacked up.
Yeah.
They pull up to the estate, they go inside, they're acting really weird. And Ridley, Jenna Ortega's character, is kind of like, hey, Dad, I think that we need to call somebody, we need to do something. Something's not right. So the wife of Odell, the owner of the estate, is played by Taya Leone, which I haven't seen her in forever, right? And her name is Belinda, and they have a son who's played by Will Poulter. I don't know if you will remember him from, you ever seen We Are the Millers? He's the boy from We Are the Millers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I know his name.
Yeah. But his name is Shepherd, Sheppy, Shep. That's what they call him.
All these nicknames.
Yeah, all these nicknames. And then if you have ever watched the series Hank, you got to remember one of the, I'm sorry, not Hank, Barry. Barry. If you watch the series Barry,
Oh, yeah, Barry.
then you remember the character Hank.
The bald head guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Hank is actually in this movie,
Does
but
he talk the same way?
No, he doesn't. He's in this movie, but he is a servant. So he's like he's like the butler, cook.
Okay.
He's everything. Yeah. But yeah, he's one of the house servants. He is the house servant.
Okay.
There's a house servant, and then there's security.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's it. So so the house servant is played by the guy Hank. His real name is Anthony Kerrigan. But so Hank is like you can see in his face
in real life.
Yeah, I think he has alopecia. Or
Okay,
something
that's
like
what
that.
I was wondering, because it looks like he doesn't have eyebrows.
Yeah, he doesn't have
anything.
anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So, but Hank is actually. Well, I'm sorry, not Hank. His name is Griff.
Griff. Okay.
So Griff actually
You love
is.
Hank, though. That's
I
what
know,
you call him that.
right? But Griff is actually he works for this affluent family, but he cannot stand them. Like he hears them talk about stuff, and then like he'll say something like they will ask a rhetorical question like, why in the world would such and such and such, why would people do this, like why would people riot in their own places? And then he would be like, because they're upset and angry about how the government is treating them and the powers that be,
and then they are the powers that be.
And then they get mad and it's like, we don't ask you for your opinion, and he's just like, okay. So you can see like that part of him. So you have Taya Leone and Shepard. So you have Brenda and Shepard. No, I'm sorry, Bethany and Shepard. So them two are like trying to just talk to them, like, get to know about Elliot and Ridley. So as they're talking and stuff like that, they have not yet seen Odell, the owner of the estate. But then you don't know anything about him dying until you see him, and he's like, like he looks like the king off of Game of Thrones, but not completely like that, but close enough. Like when he first started to go under. He's like has a cane, a walker. A cane, a dragon, a cane and a walker, and then he'll also like he has like a IV drip at all times. You know what I'm saying? So they are all acting weird because Elliot is trying to make sure that he secures this job. Okay. Because Elliot's wife, Ridley's mother, has passed, and he is a single father. And because he's a single father, that's why this affluent family went ahead and gave him this this opportunity to do this, to be able to get money for them, because they were like, I've been like the main guy Odell was saying, I've been talking to my other colleagues about how go-getter you are and how everything that you have been through, and you're still resilient. And he's like, what is everything? He's like what is everything? And the daughter's like, are they talking about like when mom died, like the one thing? But that's everything.
That everything?
Yeah. So, he's trying to hold on to this contract. But the whole time, really, he's like, Dad, I got to talk to you. We got to do something. We got to go. We got to get up out of here. We got to figure out what needs to happen. And as all of this is being said, and he's trying to, like, shush her so he can get this contract and everything together, the SUV outside is, like, going bonkers because now the unicorn has woken up inside of the truck and is kicking and screaming and trying to get out, and it busts through like the window. Through the window, and you can see it's trying to get out. So from there, then it's like once from that moment on, you're like, this is gonna be good, but this is not gonna be good for them. Yeah, you could just feel it. There's so many things that are happening. Just imagine if you were like a very affluent family. What would you do if you found a unicorn? So therefore, it's the
money talks.
Yeah, money talks, and that's
what. As soon as you said it, that's where my mind went. Yeah, it's like, they have money, but they would of course want more money.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But there were some things that happen are some kind of mystical type things that do happen to the people who have get blood on them from from the unicorn, like the purple blood on them. Then it's like Ridley had acne. Acne's gone. And then Elliot, when they were driving up, he had on glasses, and then
vision's fine.
And he's sneezing and coughing and all this other stuff. His allergies are messing with him because he's a city person, and now he's like in the country. And then he's like, wait, my allergies are gone. So then,
because if you think about it, whatever is on your skin seeps into your blood system.
Yeah, exactly.
So therefore, if you had the purple blood on you, then it's in you, and now you got the magic. Well, a level of magic that makes you feel
exactly. And there's like a there's one moment where you can see Ridley's character. She gets really like close with this unicorn, and it's like she can see like basically like you try to figure out exactly what she sees, because you're only getting like some of it, but you could see in her face that she's seeing more than what we're actually seeing.
So it's like she's seeing into the souls of the
yes
unicorns.
so but the thing is like right when she throughout the movie, as she's getting ready to go and tell you like, but look, let me tell you, I saw, bam, something happens. So then I'm like, it's the freaking briefcase again from Pulp Fiction.
Exactly.
But no, it does at the very end.
Oh, then you find out what
you
she
find
saw.
out.
Okay.
The freaking end, the very end. But I mean, it left me. That was the suspense for me.
Yeah,
that was the suspense for me. Yeah. But yeah, some wild things happen. I will tell you this: a lot of people die.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Unicorns.
A lot of people die because you got Mama Bear that's looking for her cub. Then you naturally know that a unicorn baby that is supposed to be extinct, that its mama's gonna come out and find it.
Right, exactly.
And
Your
it's
heritage, your lineage.
And you have a very sharp horn that sticks out of your head.
Yeah, true. Fact.
So just imagine where that horn goes.
It's like bulls going into the
Absolutely.
running its veins.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, it gets gory. It gets, but it's good.
So is it funny at all, or is it serious?
It's definitely funny.
So
it's one
funny,
of those.
It's a dramedy.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm not really a dramedy because it's still like it's still suspenseful.
Okay.
Because it still has that horror to it as well. So it's a dark
suspense dramedy comedy.
This is what IMDb says. Okay. It is a dark comedy, dark fantasy, folk horror.
Like you said,
folk horror. Yeah, I know. Once I said it, I was like, that sounded like horror. A monster horror, comedy, fantasy, horror,
that's
thriller.
a whole lot of stuff. So to me, it sounds like it hits a few, genres. It hits comedy.
It definitely hits, but the comedy parts is like when it's silent and then somebody says something stupid, or somebody does something like it's right when you're in a really like deep moment and like
supposed to be so serious,
so serious, and then you see her and she just like starts puffing on her vape while she's like staring off into space or something like that. So it's things like that get you.
So it's a comedy with a horror. It's a
thriller.
Drama. It's a thriller.
I feel like it's suspenseful because
Well, I guess thriller suspense is kind of the same.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, it's really, really good. The
Did it have any jump scares?
Because
I don't like a jump scare.
I don't think there was any jump scares.
Okay.
I
might be able to check it out.
Yeah, I don't remember a jump scare, but then also jump scares don't necessarily scare me unless I'm like in the movie theater. Yeah. So that's the thing. Okay. But no, it's really good. But the end is something that I'm like, okay, so what's going to happen with the end of this movie? Is something like when it ends, I'm like, okay, now you left me wanting more, and I don't know if I'm going to get more or not. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
So you mean it could be a continuation to the movie?
Like if they wanted to make another one, they could.
Okay.
They left it open.
Maybe they did that intentionally just to see, let's see if anything picks up from this. And
Yeah, they left it open, so it's a possibility. But yes,
so it was good. You're recommending
very, very good. I'm definitely recommending it. Death of a Unicorn. It's a good movie. But I mean, it's a good movie. I feel like this time in the United States, it makes a lot of sense. Okay. The movie tends to make a lot of sense.
Gotcha.
So that's it. All right, what do you have next, sis?
I have a not so good movie.
Ooh.
War of the Worlds 2025.
Oh yeah, how was that? I told you. I said it looked like a Michael Bay film. I couldn't follow it, so I can't watch it.
Yeah, a lot of screen movements and jumping around.
I can't do that.
I could see that, as you mentioned, it looking like a Michael Bay movie. Because it did have, isn't he the one who did, Transformers?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. But he's not, I don't think he's involved in it. But, so it involves, as a cast, Ice Cube. He plays the main character as Will Radford. He's the father of 2 kids, single father of 2 kids. His wife had passed away. So Iman Benson plays his daughter Faith, and then H. Hunter Hall. Talk about all the H's.
Yeah, right.
Triple H. So H. Hunter Hall plays his son, who is Dave Radford. So it's the 3 of them. You have Eva Longoria in it, and she is a doctor who is like one of those people who is in the field, like she'll be able to, like a technical doctor though. Like, I don't know what kind of doctor of what she is exactly, because they didn't really go into that. But whenever it's something in science, she's like, oh, this does this and this microchip does that.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah.
that kind of, doctor. You have Devin Bostick as Mark Goodman, and he is the boyfriend / baby daddy of Ice Cube's daughter, Faith.
Okay.
Okay. And then you have, I guess the only other real person to talk about is Clark Gregg, who you know from all of the Marvel movies. And
he's one of the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents.
Yeah, he's the top guy, and he was in the New Adventures of Old Christine, her husband, all of that. So he plays Donald Briggs. They have Jim McKesson, who plays the President of the United States, because, of course, if aliens are coming, you got to have somebody play the president.
Yeah.
So the movie, the premise. So it is interesting because as I was watching it, I was like, is this supposed to be a take on the old War of the Worlds that was the one with Tom Cruise? Because that one was like very theatrical. 3 hours long or something.
It was pretty good.
It was so like deep and drama filled, and like I think I watched it twice.
That one was definitely a drama. This one feels like it wanted to be, but it didn't have the potential.
I don't even know if it even wanted to be in an hour and 25 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Or however long it was. Was it an hour and 25? Wait, let me see how long it was.
But look, wait. So this is a movie.
An hour and 29 minutes.
This is a movie that is supposed to be like a big war of the world, and we don't have a black president.
No, usually
when the world's ending, it was a black president.
It is the guy who played Debo. It's Morgan Freeman. It's somebody black. The world ends when we have a black president. So I guess because that didn't happen when we had a black president, everybody's like, wait, wasn't the world supposed to end? Maybe they
changed it up. Yeah.
So anyway, which I think, didn't somebody think the world was going to end in 2012 anyway? Which we did have a black president. So maybe they remember it was that whole thing about the aliens and the such and such, and people were like, there was this whole cult of people, and the Mayan calendar ended in 2012.
I remember the Mayan calendar thing. I do remember that, but I didn't.
People assumed that it was going to end then because
that was supposed to be the actual Y2K.
No, I think it was supposed to be, I don't know. Well, it was just supposed to be something different. But in December of 2012, the world was supposed to come to an end. No. It didn't.
Maybe it did, and we're on a whole different timeline.
This could be the multiverse.
Yeah.
Could be the multiverse.
It's a possibility. You never know.
You're right. And that would make a lot of sense.
Absolutely. God. How did we get on the what is that movie that we were talking about with Debo, Idiocracy? How did we get on the Idiocracy film genre of our lives? But it's okay.
I don't know. But anyway, so back to this film, War of the Worlds 2025. It is an attempt to modernize the Tom Cruise War of the World.
Oh,
all of it, of course, is
technology.
Based on, remember when, was it Orson Welles or somebody did that War of the Worlds over the radio? Did you ever hear about that?
I am only 40 years old.
None of us were born then. It was like in the 1930s.
I know the name Orson Welles. I have no idea who or what Orson Welles did. But no, I'm saying I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who Welles it was, but it was a guy who was a radio
before they had TVs and they used to do the radio things.
The radio thing, and he just started talking about how aliens were invading and how everybody just thought he was telling the truth.
Oh, wow.
It became this huge thing, and people were all like freaking out and
that's funny.
Like scary and like locking their doors and like, getting their arms and all that, like ready for the aliens. But he was so good at explaining it and what the ships look like and
wow.
Theatrical thing, and all people had was the radio. That they didn't realize that it wasn't real, and then lo and behold, it ended up not being real. But people were not excited and happy about it because it just, and plus nothing like that had ever happened before. Now
I get that.
I used that analogy, funny enough, recently when somebody was like, oh, this AI stuff is doing too much and you can't tell what's real and what's fake and all of that, and I said, well, we had that with him back then. You didn't know it wasn't real, you know, and everybody believed it.
Yeah.
I said, you had it with Photoshop.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what it was real.
Yeah,
Then,
that's
you know,
true.
you just believed that all these women just look so flawless and flowy. And
that's
nobody
true.
has
Yeah,
an
yeah.
ounce of fat. And it wasn't real.
Yeah. And then you have
had
social
it-
media.
You have it, with social media and people faking their
Faking,
lives
yeah.
and all of that. But you've also had it with deep fake, because remember, you would have those scenarios where it looked like President Obama was saying things that he wasn't really saying.
Oh, yeah,
and the
yeah.
face in the mouth and blah, blah, blah. But it looked like the person. But that's been going on since what, 2015, 14, whatever. I said, so AI is just another version of deep fake that we've already been dealing with. And
That is
Photoshop,
smart.
for that matter.
That is smart. I would have never even thought about that.
So it's like
Thought of it that
all
way.
evolving,
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying. And so right now we're all like, oh my gosh, AI, what's going on? I don't understand it. Why is it that it looks so real and I can't tell the difference between a real story and a fake story? And I'm
Yeah.
like, but we've always had real situation, fake situations that we had to figure out. It's just
Now
right
it's
now,
more.
It's like the Wild Wild West where there's no statutes around it,
Yeah,
no
that's true,
regulation,
yeah.
nothing that you have to say this is AI created, and you don't have to. Some platforms, I think YouTube makes you say it, maybe Facebook
Okay.
if it's something that's AI generated, but for the most part a lot of people aren't mandating it, so
Yeah, I
therefore
get
it
that.
feels like I don't know what's true. And I'm like, well, they'll get through it. Legislation will come down eventually and say you gotta explain when you're using AI or whatever, you know, and then go from there. So anyway, I say all that to say this is supposed to be a more modernized version, which, funny enough, is supposed to be showing everything from a technology perspective, as opposed to that old movie was all about just, you know, ooh, this stuff happened, and we're just trying to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
This one, it is more like drones are being used.
So it's
and he's in front of
newer.
a
It's a newer age.
This was
I
the
got you.
modernized
Modernized,
version. So
yeah.
therefore, like, he is working in the intelligence area of surveillance for the government.
Uh-huh.
So when you think about that movie, remember it was Nia Long getting snatched or whatever, and her daughter, and the daughter was just in front of the computer, mainly the entire movie.
Yeah.
That was him in this movie.
Yeah, okay.
So most of the movie was us staring at Ice Cube's face.
Yeah.
While he is staring at a computer screen, and then they flipped it so you can see the computer screen, and he's like, oh, where's my daughter with all this stuff going on? I have a tracker on her phone. So let me check
but then
her
you're
phone.
following the mouse.
You're following the dots as the son moves around or the daughter moves around, and he's, you know.
But like when
so
he's
then-
closing out different apps, don't you follow the mouse to where he's clicking at for like when he's going
I didn't
from
see
top?
all of that.
Yeah, when I was
I didn't pay attention
when I came in the room when you were watching it, I was like, okay, so now he's closed that one and opened up this one so he can talk to this person. He has them on
I
mute,
see what you're saying.
and then you just you're watching which way the
All these
mouse,
screens,
the cursor on the screen. You're watching.
I did not pay attention to his cursor once.
Oh,
but I mean, even though you did,
Yeah.
but I didn't pay attention to that. But I was noticing, he's opening up something over here on this, like, because he had like 3 different screens.
Yeah, it will show you that he's like opening.
Yeah,
different
he's
stuff
opening up over here. He's doing this over there. But what he was doing is like, so he had a tracker on his daughter's phone, so he could literally hack in, because he's a hacker. So he could hack in and see that his daughter and the baby daddy were talking to each other, and they were talking about him and how they didn't invite him to the baby shower.
Like, was he? So he was listening in on?
No, he was just seeing the text messages back and forth.
Oh,
He
text
hacked into
messages.
The
Oh,
text
okay.
messages, because kids don't talk on the phone anymore. What are you talking about? They text. So
No, I didn't know if like they were they were actually talking to each other in the same
He
place.
hacked in-
and
he
then
hacked
he
in
just
to see
hacked into their phone and could listen.
No, he hacked in to see the text messages back and forth. For his son, son is kind of a hacker like him. So, but he's frustrated at his son because he's like, look, you need to do better with school. You got to do that, blah, blah, blah. Like, what are you doing with your life? And he's like, look, this is my life. Like, this is, what I enjoy. I'm going to be a gamer. I'm going to be somebody who gets paid $1 million to just play video games. Like, he's like, that's not a career. And it's all that kind of stuff, father-son stuff and father-daughter stuff. And so then so all of this stuff is happening, but then all of a sudden, these big things come in, right? Like these big boulders. It's almost like a meteor shower hits Earth, all over Earth. So therefore, it's like meteors. Like, where did this meteor break apart to create all of these balls and big, huge, like, I don't know, 400-pound, 500-pound meteors to come and crash down into the world. And so they crash down, and you have Eva Longoria, and she's trying to look and see and check and, what is it? And get it close to it. And you're like, why do people do these things? I don't understand. But anyway, so then all of a sudden what happens?
Well, she's a scientist, so that makes sense.
She is, but
She's not that kind of scientist.
I mean, even if she is, I don't know if I'd want to get that close immediately upon it landing. Like, I don't know. Does it have some kind of radiation on it? Do we need somebody who has a suit on to test and do different things? Am I just going to walk up to this?
As soon as it comes down, does it like kill people?
No, it's just, I guess it depends. They don't go into that because that's the other part that wasn't good about this movie is there's too many holes. It's like so much.
So these
missing.
aliens could just be walking around, but then because it looks like a Michael Bay movie, you can't tell if they're actually killing people if they're just
No. But see, I haven't talked about any aliens yet. I'm talking about meteors that have come down out of the sky.
Okay.
So these are meteors. These are balls of meteors that look like they've come down all over the world. Mm-hmm. So then what I was saying is that she's approaching one of the meteors. She's like, it's moving. It's cracking open like an egg. And then
she's still
the robot comes out, or the alien or whatever comes out, and it looks like an octopus, I guess. Like it has a big round top, and then like legs that are long, that are like, just thick legs, regular legs for a electronic contraption. But then it has these little tentacle-y looking things too, if I'm remembering correctly. So anyway, so then of course she's like running, taking cover, all of that. But then there's a female cop or FBI agent or something who he's talking to as well, because he's like, I'm talking to Eva Longoria over here. I'm talking to this FBI agent now, checking on my kids and making sure they're safe and where are they and da-da-da. So he's like all over the place. Then the president calls. Oh my gosh, I got to get on this call for the president. Forget the president. I got to focus on my family, So he's ignoring the calls, not from the president himself, but like from funny enough, the agent guy from
the White House or whatever.
Yeah, but the guy who's on all of the Marvel movies,
from
the
Shield.
Shield guy. So he's his boss, and so he's just like, okay, I'll figure this out. So anyway, he's got all these screens going on. So the alien thing, once it gets out, it makes this screech noise that vibrates everything. And it makes everybody like hold their ears like it is going to bust your eardrums.
Okay.
Because it's like this high-pitched,
I know what you're talking about,
vibration.
I feel like they use it a lot with aliens.
They do. So I'm just waiting to see if that's what's really going to happen. And how do we, do I have to just have earphones on at all times?
No, they'll probably just talk to us in a whole different way. And then we'll just be like, we understand that.
Telepathically.
Yeah,
maybe.
we understand.
So then what ends up happening is that, they start walking around. And what you come to realize is that they are in search of data. That's the whole purpose that all these meteors came.
Okay.
So, and I'm sharing all of this with you because no one, and I repeat, no one should watch this movie.
Oh, wow.
Like, I've never said that.
Is it a bad movie, or because of the things that happen in the movie, it's like that was going to freak you out?
It is a bad movie.
I told you I couldn't watch it.
It's a bad movie. Like, it has no real plot. It has horrible acting. Like, I'm thinking Ice Cube. Boys in the Hood. He did a great job.
Yeah, he did a great job. Yeah.
I'm thinking of him being in
him being the dad. Where are we there yet?
Are we there yet? Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Him being
the
in
Longest Yard when he was the whatchamacallit.
Whatever. I don't even get everything he's been in.
Yeah.
He was horrible in this. Like, I'm literally like, is it because you were playing a data person that you were like, so I'm looking into the frequency of the blah, 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 and it just wasn't believable?
Yeah.
Or if it's that, just the weirdness of the flow and the cadence of everything. And then also the dialogue was very like, I can't even describe. Like, somebody said in a chat, and I wish I had taken a screenshot of it, because somebody had said in a chat, they said his literal words were this. And when you looked at it, you were like, wait, that is stupid for somebody. It was just a bad writing.
Okay.
And I'm looking at Eva Longoria, and she's saying the words, but you can see she ain't in it. She knows this is garbage.
But let me ask you a question. If you put somebody else in Ice Cube's place, would it be a good movie? No.
Nope.
Okay.
It's a horrible, horrible movie. It's bad. I can't help it. It's like, and it's the weirdest thing because it's like Ice Cube trying to get out the office. Oh man, the security has a breach so that I can't even get out. And then it's like, but then the next thing you know, he's out. And I'm like, but I thought you couldn't get out. because you weren't able to,
Oh, yeah.
the doors lock and keep you safe inside this building, but you're
And then
trying
cut
to get
to,
out.
he's already out.
And then, but I can't even remember, like, that's how bad it was. I don't even remember how he got out. Like, I guess he did something to get out, but I don't know. Then it's like,
So it didn't hold your attention.
here, I need a drone so that I can get close to the blah, blah, blah. And then the baby daddy is like, I'm here with your daughter. I'll send you a drone. From where? Like, so he puts on his VR glasses and he
has
flies
a
the drone.
Yeah.
And then the drone ends up crashing because, of course, that's what the drone's going to do. They had to get somebody off the street to get the drone and flip it over. And that guy's like, I'm not going to flip over your freaking drone. Like, they're talking to him through the drone. And the guy is like, why would I do that? I'm hiding from these aliens. And then he finally runs over, does it. After he does it, it looks like the alien sees him. And you're thinking this guy's getting ready to die because of the fact that he did something for y'all. No, I can't
this is
stop it, I can't
dumb.
stop.
It's dumb.
And then the drone goes and flies and ends up inside a building with Ice Cube. How did the drone get in the building?
In a secure building that's locked down.
It went through. Of course, it went through the
Some
air
hole
ducts.
that somebody.
There's air ducts.
I don't know. All I know.
The dryer vent that escapes out the back of the building.
All I
went in there.
know is that at the moment that Ice Cube needed that drone, the drone was physically there.
Okay.
And it went upstairs and I guess got through doors that Ice Cube couldn't
That
get
is
through.
amazing drone. Like, how far did this drone fly?
Going up and down inside.
But I mean, but like, how far
I
away?
don't know.
Like,
but Eva Longoria's character, like you could just tell. I mean, she was acting. Don't get me wrong, but she was just like I just felt like she wasn't really in it.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because she was even like, oh, these little bugs that were all over me and making me scream. Well, I collected some of them, and now I mean, she didn't say it in this way, but it's like, and now that I look at them, they just wanted the data. That's all it was. They just feed off of data. So then it's like, oh, so now they're going to all the data centers. So that's where all of the aliens are going to. It's like, if it's a data center anywhere in the world,
coming.
that's where they're going to suck up all the data and then I guess take it back. But then it was so much going on. And then come to find out, all of it could have been avoided. And then come to find out, because his boss was involved in something shady, underhanded, whatever. And he was the one who basically was like, who cares if we do this and aliens come? Like, we're just still going to launch this thing anyway that like basically calls out to aliens and tells them, hey, we have a bunch of stuff that you're looking for. So what if we do that? And what if somebody comes and checks us out? Like, who cares? Like, we'll be okay. No. And then come to find out there's some hacker person who like calls in to Ice Cube before, everything gets too crazy and he's trying to leave out on his computer. And they're like, all the stuff that hackers do with the voice covering and everything. And then lo and behold, it's a family member.
No, of course.
So then it's like, so your family member is the one, and then lo and behold, y'all get all these other, like, remember Anonymous back in the day, which I don't know what ever happened to that group. Remember they would wear that mask from like,
No.
They would have that mask on from V for Vigilante or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the
Yeah,
anonymous people, and they'd be hackers, and they'd be pulling up all this information on people and stuff.
Is that you talking about from
No, in
Heist?
real life.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about from TV show
No,
Heist.
no, it was a group called Anonymous in real life that would pull up bad information on bad people.
Oh,
and would share it, right? And they were very anonymous, and all of a sudden they just went away. But that's how his hacking group was, like these people. Then lo and behold, because I keep saying that, maybe that's what the name of this needs to be. Lo and behold. But the aliens somehow realize that the hackers are the ones who are trying to stop them from getting the data, so they just swarm all of the kids who are hackers and basically kill them all.
Okay, so the aliens.
So I'm just like, what is going on? There was, and then like, the main premise of the movie was, just to recap, because again, you should not see this at all. Don't press go. Don't collect $200. And oh, by the way, it had 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh. Okay.
Like, that's why I'm telling you, like, it's like, I'll just spoil it all, because it's 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. And then what ended up happening is that somebody must have voted well for it just so that it wouldn't stay at 0, because it moved up to 4%.
Okay.
4% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics have written it off and basically ripped it a new one. It is
Critics
terrible.
have decided they were not going to critique this
Yeah,
movie.
it's 4% Rotten Tomatoes. It's 2.8% out of 10 out of 13,000 reviews on IMDb.
Okay.
So IMDb 2.8%. So it can't even get to 3. So when I say don't watch it, I mean watch it at your own risk. That's
Okay,
how I
yeah.
say. Like it's not worth watching. Yeah, I've wasted an hour and a half of my life.
All right.
Okay,
I
sis,
mean,
back to you. I'm just keeping
it looked like garbage when I
Yeah, you
watched
can watch the-
when I watched the trailer. I was just like,
Yeah.
no. And then it's like moving around so much, and I was like, that's just going to give me a headache. It's like it's going to give me
Yeah.
a seizure or something.
Oh yeah, because it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of like moving
I
around.
feel like they may have even had a disclaimer of that before the movie
Okay, so
even
yeah.
started. Like it could be lights and different things that could make people.
I feel like it would make my eyes strain, and I don't like my eyes straining. So,
Okay.
all right,
All right,
so
there you go. What's up,
my next one I want to talk about is Leanne.
Leanne? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you talked to me about that.
Yeah, well, I told you.
Yeah,
about
you told
it.
me
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Right.
All right, so Leanne is actually the comedian Leanne Miller. So she has her debut TV series, which dropped on Netflix, and it is called Leanne.
Okay.
So it's a comedy about her life. If now that this is fictional,
Fictitious. Okay.
if she was to have gotten divorced from her husband of like 20 something years.
Oh, okay.
But like she's still married. She's like, I'm still married happily to John.
Yeah, because she's very country.
She
Body
is, the draw is real.
is really, really. And what country? What state is she from?
Tennessee from the
Is it Tennessee?
Appalachia.
Oh, from the Appalachia, Tennessee.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
And she has this nasally voice when she talks. It's very like this when
Yeah.
she talks. Yeah. So, but no, it's basically her, if her and her husband, if her husband was to leave her for a younger woman.
Okay. This is what her life
This is like what would she do? What would she have done? And then she shows how she would be like, she would fall apart, but then there would be like her sister there to try to help her out. But then her sister is hilarious. So then that's the comedy aspect. And now it's like everything that she's saying that is like what she's going through now becomes like the comedy part of the show.
Gotcha.
And it is hilarious. Like it's the insecurities of her because now she's a grandmother. So it's the insecurities of her now having to date and being like, where am I supposed to go in rural Tennessee to meet men?
Right.
And they end up going to like a hotel bar or something like that. It's funny. It is exactly what I would think upper middle class white women from the Appalachian of Tennessee would be.
Okay, so it's a realistic portrayal. This feels.
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I feel like, because I feel like there's this one lady who she basically was like high school sweethearts with a guy, and then he dies in a car accident, and now she's like, she still has all his stuff in the house and exactly where it was at, but then all she does is she dives into other people's business because like she has nothing to do, so now she's paying attention to what happened to everybody around the neighborhood, and then everybody's gossiping, so then she gets that information, and then she's also like super religious because you're in the South, so you gotta be religious. So that it's funny when it comes to that, because it's like, okay, so you're saying this, I need you to just get out of my face, please. Like,
Okay.
no. But with the cast is actually what makes it really funny. So you have Leanne Morgan, who plays Leanne Murphy, and she is the lead. Now her sister is Kristen Johnston, who was from Third Rock from the Sun.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And then you also have Blake Clark, who plays Daddy John, Diddy. She calls him Diddy.
Of course.
Diddy John Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diddy.
Diddy.
Yeah.
Not Diddy.
Not Diddy, not Daddy. Diddy.
Diddy.
Yeah. But he is married to his wife, who is Mama Margaret. Okay. And her name is Celia Weston. So those are Leanne and Carol's parents. Now, Leanne is married to Ryan Stiles, who everybody knows Ryan Stiles from the tall, skinny guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's who her husband is. Now she does have 2 kids. One of her kids is Josie. So Josie is played by Hannah Pikes. And like she's barely like in it, but when she's in it, she's funny.
Okay.
And then you have Graham Rogers, who plays the son of Bill and Leanne, and his name is Tyler. So he's the one that's married to the wife that nobody really likes because he's such a mama's boy peacekeeper that when his wife is like, "Hey, are you going to tell your family like to chill out on this? Like I thought we talked about this," and then he has no backbone, so he can't say anything. That kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So then there is a love interest. Woo! Who is Tim Daly, who plays Andrew.
Love Tim Daly.
Yeah, right.
From Wings.
Yeah,
I
from
loved him
Wings.
then.
From Wings.
Yeah.
And then the nosy neighbor is Mary. Mary. And that's played by Jama Mays. So, but yeah, I think it is hilarious. I love the episodes, how they put the episodes together. So like one example is like they were trying the entire time to like on one of the episodes to not tell their parents that Leanne and Bill had separated.
Okay.
So just like they're old, they're decrepit, they love you. You just have to come over for dinner because my mom keeps asking about you and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, all right, yeah, I'll come over. And he's like, because this is still my family too. He was like, the only difference is we're not married. He was like, but this has been my family for 20 something years. So, you know, he's like, I love your parents like they're my own. So, but then it's like the little back and forth of like the grandparents talking to their grandchildren. And then at the heads of the table is Leanne and Bill. So they're just looking at each other like she's looking at him like, I want to just stab you right now with this knife. And then somebody will say something and she's like, oh man, sounds like he couldn't keep it in his pants. Isn't that right, Bill? You know, it's like she would say something like a little snide remark. But it is, I think it's funny. It's funny. It's cute. I like it. It is, it's wholesome because there's not, I guess it would be technically I don't know what genre of TV show that would be. It wouldn't be something on Lifetime, but it might be something on NBC. Let's say that. It would be an NBC
And it's a
show.
YouTube series.
No, this
or
is
what?
Netflix.
Netflix series. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
And
it.
it's 20-minute episodes, and it's only 16 of them.
What I feel like is like Roseanne from the country.
Yeah. It's like a
perspective,
Roseanne, but
it's being
upper middle.
class
It's
as
upper
opposed-
middle class.
Upper middle class,
Yes.
as opposed to her wanting to be like just
She
poor.
wanted. Yeah. Well, Roseanne.
wanted
Yeah,
to be-
Roseanne was lower class, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to get to middle class, like lower middle class was Roseanne.
Yeah, but they just wanted to always make you feel like they were struggling and everything was so hard, and you know.
Well, I mean, I
whatever.
guess I feel like that's what lower middle class is now because I don't know anybody who's not struggling.
Facts.
Because if the billionaires are struggling, we gotta be struggling.
Are they?
They're struggling to
Keep their money.
to keep their money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it does give you that Roseanne vibe. No racism.
Yeah.
No, like you know, it's some lessons to be taught in it and stuff like that.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
it is.
Yeah, that's what I just
Yeah.
felt like, you know.
Yeah, I can get that,
knowing,
yeah.
what I know. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, so
awesome.
check that out. It is Leanne, and it is on Netflix.
Excellent.
And what do you have, Madame?
All right. So what I have is I'm trying to decide if I even have time to talk about this.
What?
Well, just because we only have like how many minutes?
Like
Well, we got
almost
15.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
I'm
that?
sorry.
Yeah,
I was
15
thinking-
minutes.
I was looking at the clock. I wasn't.
Oh,
looking
okay,
at, I was
yeah,
like, wait, it's gonna be like
no.
6-7 minutes. So
No.
I was thinking that we didn't have enough time, and that's Chico, by the way. If you're hearing the dog barking, because he is just particular today. So, anywho, I'm going to talk about Mobland. Mobland is
It's very good.
yeah. Oh, you've been watching it?
I've already watched it, but I had to take a pause because I saw Pierce Brosnan scratch his nuts on the screen, and
Wait, you're giving away too much.
That's
No, I'm
not
just
giving
joking.
away anything.
No, because
I was just like, Pierce Brosnan, no, you are the good guy. You were my James Bond.
well, that's what I was getting ready to. I was going to build up to. Oh
Okay.
my goodness. Anyway, you know, some people.
I didn't say anything about what happened in the TV show.
But
I was just saying, like,
well, I'll put it this way. I'll just go ahead and say, Pierce Brosnan, I can't even talk.
Brosnan.
Brosnan is playing a role that you had never seen him play before. And so when she says that, that's really what that is that you never see him in this kind of role. And so I'll go ahead and tell you.
But he
about the
does a
cast
great job.
first.
He does do a great
he's very
job.
convincing. So I'll go ahead and tell you first, like, who the cast members are, and then we'll go ahead and get into the show. So in regards to the cast members, you have Tom Hardy, actually. So he plays Harry DeSouza. Now, one thing that I will say about Tom Hardy in this movie is that I never realized how short Tom Hardy is. Like, I just never put that together until I saw him beside people like
He's a
Pierce
little guy. I think he's
Brosnan
like
or whatever.
5'9". 5'8",
Yeah, he's
5'9".
5'9", but I guess in this show it was a lot of people who were like 6 feet or 6'1",
I mean, yeah,
6'2", something
because
like that.
the son, he is a taller gentleman.
Yeah,
Pierce
everybody
Brosnan
just-
got to be like maybe 6 foot.
Yeah, everybody just seemed to kind of tower over him, and I was like, gosh, for an action guy, he's a little shorty.
Yeah, I feel like him and Helen Mirren were the same height.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm
I should
just
look
joking.
and see if they
I'm just
say how
joking.
tall Helen Mirren is.
I think she's
hadn't gotten to her-
5'6".
I hadn't gotten to her being in here yet.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
She's like 5'6".
But yeah, so you have Tom Hardy as Harry DeSouza. You have Pierce Brosnan. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying his name tonight. As Conrad Harrigan. You have Helen Mirren as Maeve Harrigan.
Mm-hmm.
You have Patty Considine. I think that's how you say it. Playing Kevin Harrigan, so that's Pierce Brosnan's son, and he is King Viserys off of the
Yes,
House of
that's correct.
Dragons. So just to put that in perspective of who he is, in case you didn't know, you have where Mandeep Delon plays Serafina Harrigan. So that is a child that Pierce Brosnan had out of wedlock.
Yes.
With, I forgot who it was with, but anyway, somebody.
I think she was just, I think it was just one of
Just
his
somebody
side
side
pieces.
yeah.
And then he
Chick.
told his wife, like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's mine. So
And he, no shame in his game. He's like Helen Mirren.
Yeah, it's his
He's gonna
money.
have to get over it. So yeah, exactly.
it's his family name.
You have where Kevin Harrigan has a son, and his name is Eddie Harrigan. You have kind of a fixer cleaner named Paul O'Donnell, who's played by Emmett J. Scanlon.
Okay.
Who else do you have in here that is of importance? You have, I think that's kind of, and Bella Harrigan is Laura Pulver. She plays that. Oh, and Janet McTeer, she plays Kat McAllister. So there's a lot of different people who are in here, some of which you would know their face, you wouldn't know their names, as a Hollywood
Yeah,
thing.
that is very true.
Yeah, so it's like even the guy Toby Jones who played Capote.
Yeah.
So, like he's in here, for example, just for a little bit of time, but he's in here. So, anywho, this is different. So, Mobland kind of, starts off where it's just some young kids going out, partying, having a good time. And next morning, one of those young kids can't be found anywhere. Like nobody knows where this guy's son is. And so you have two different sides of a family when it comes to not even a family, like these are people who are not necessarily good people. So you're seeing Pierce Brosnan as a mobster, basically, which is why it's called Mobland, right? So he's a mobster. He's somebody who is, taking people out and taking names, basically. You have, I forgot to say his arch nemesis is Richie Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
And so Richie is played by Jeff Bell. And so he is just like his son is the one who's missing, where he was hanging out with the Harrigan son. So you're like, did the Harrigan son do something to him? Because you could tell that Eddie is a loose cannon. Eddie he stabbed somebody in the club before they left out of there.
Yeah.
Like he is a loose cannon. And the whole show basically is based on the premise of what happened.
Yeah.
What actually happened to Richie's son and the tit for tat that goes along with the assumption that Eddie had something to do with it, which, in all honesty, Eddie could have had something to do with it.
Yeah, a little
'Cause
bastard.
Eddie is
Eddie is the worst.
He
Eddie
is.
Eddie is all right. So you like that kid that kicks your seat when they're sitting behind you, and you're like, "Hey, stop!"
Yeah.
And then they'll look straight at you and then keep kicking your seat.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Because I'm a kid, you're not going to do anything."
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to give that child baby shaking syndrome. That is Eddie. That is Eddie. You don't do it, but you really
want to.
You have thoughts of it. Your intrusive thoughts are shaking the crap out of Eddie.
Yeah. I mean, he is basically a psychopath or sociopath. One of the paths.
He's all the paths.
He's all the paths. Yeah.
He's all the paths. It's just
It is
horrible.
horrendous.
Yeah.
And what you find is that the most horrendous of all is Maeve.
Yeah, Maeve. Yeah.
So you have Conrad's wife, Maeve, who is played by Helen Mirren. When I tell you she plays this role to a T.
Helen Mirren is
She's
a
such an
great
amazing
actress. She's a great
She's
actress.
so good. And so in this, she is diabolical.
Yeah.
That's the only word that I could use to describe her. She's playing chess when everybody else
She
is
made
playing
Eddie
checkers.
who Eddie is.
Yes, and that's
She
what,
created and molded Eddie into this little demon that she can now be like, "Hey, so
and that's what Bella
You know
said.
you're going to be the next heir. You're going to run all of this. And it's like,
Yeah, so that's what Bella basically said, is that he was such a sweet boy until Maeve.
yeah.
Basically, is what she ended up saying, because Maeve is like the worst. And I forgot to mention Joanne Froggatt plays Jan DeSosa, which is Tom Hardy's character, Harry's wife.
His wife, yeah.
And so what I'll just give you as a quick synopsis is that, so you have Eddie, you have the son of Richie who went missing.
mm-hmm.
There's already a turf war, basically, in the mob between the Harrigans and the Stevensons.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, there's always some animosity now, because their two sons were hanging out together, which even while they were hanging out, people were like, "Oh, if your parents knew the Harrigan and the Stevenson hanging out together,
Like, this would
what
not be
they-"
good. Y'all
Right.
are rival enemies.
And we're looking at it in the beginning thinking like, well, how bad could this rival enemy
we didn't know it
be?
was Capulet Montagues."
We did not realize
not.
that it was serious things. And then you also get very early on, like maybe the actual very first scene is where Tom Hardy is like in a room with a lot of different people who speak a lot of different languages. In like the basement, it feels like, of Pierce Bronson's house, where Pierce is just, his character Conrad is just eating food, and Harry comes up and says, "Hey, they're not willing to negotiate. They're not." And he's like, "Do what you got to do." And the next thing you know, it's like taking everybody out.
Yeah.
Like everybody out. So that's when I put together like, not Pierce. He's a bad guy. Like what? What happened? So when you talk about scratching, it's like that's a part of his character. Like he is cursing. He is being extremely mean, lethal.
Oh yeah.
Like he's hardcore. You know
the
what I
way
mean?
that he talks to Tom Hardy's wife.
Oh wow.
I was like, you might want to just pack your stuff and leave, chick, because he gonna kill you.
He was very threatening to her because she was seeing a therapist, because she had a friend who wasn't.
Yes,
in the
like so you're
family,
seeing
and
the therapist, and what are you telling this therapist?
Right.
You better not be telling the therapist about what we do in this house.
Right, but is she even supposed to know what they all do?
Yeah,
Because of
exactly.
the fact that Tom shouldn't even be telling her what he does.
That's
kind
correct.
of
Yeah, but
scenario.
then I think it's because they all got put into the house together because they were looking for the Harrigan boy. And they were looking for. They were trying to figure out what happened with the Stevenson boy. So it was like, okay, so if they're gonna think that it was us, so we have to get all of our family together.
Well, but that
So
was
we can
after
be-
a whole lot of tit for tat.
I thought
When
that
they
was.
all
I
come
thought that was at the
together.
very beginning.
When
Okay.
they all had to come together in the same house.
Yeah, because it's
that
not a
was
movie;
after-
it's a TV show.
Yeah,
and I
it's a
keep
TV
thinking it's a
series.
series.
Yeah, no, it was like 8 episodes. And so, but you have to the point that certain things happen in both sides of the family, people die. And not like little deaths, like car
no.
bombs,
Yeah.
chainsaws.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like it's bad. It's bad. And they even bring in another mob
I was about
guy,
to say.
Jaime
Yeah, I was about to
Lopez.
say, but don't forget about him.
So then
yeah.
he comes in because they reached out to Kat McAllister, who again I said was Janet McTeer, and it's just like, and then all of a sudden now Harry owes Cat McAllister, because I helped you to do this thing, so now you do this thing for me.
Yeah.
And then people
Favor
are
for a
potentially-
favor.
Right. People are potentially deciding if they want to turn state witness.
Mm-hmm.
People are deciding whether or not, like, if you even challenge somebody, do you live through that
Yeah,
period of challenging, even if you're somebody's best friend?
that is true.
Then you have different, it's just so many layers. And I have to say, the funniest person on this whole show to me is Paul. Because
Oh, yeah,
Paul
yeah,
is the
yeah.
fixer.
Yeah,
So
it's true, yeah.
therefore, it's like they'll just like tell him something, and he's just like, oh, okay, and he just walks off all casually, nonchalant, and then he's gonna like take out 15 people.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're just like, wait, what? Like
Yeah.
he's just like this guy, you know? I don't know. It's just funny to me.
Yeah.
And then what else is it that's kind of crazy? Oh, and then there's the family dynamics within the Harrigans, like that. The son's wife was with the father.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
a whole other layer.
But then
and it goes even
you
deeper
already
than
know that Pierce Brosnan is a whore because he has an illegitimate child.
Yes, but you might not think that he's going to be with his son's wife.
I don't know. Rich people.
I know, or that the wife would want to be with him.
Yeah, that's
because
true,
it wasn't just a one-sided thing. It didn't seem like.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just
no,
like
yeah, it
both.
seemed
so
like it was both
therefore,
of
it's
them.
like that whole layer of everything, and then just bombs are constantly dropped and things are constantly shared, and it's a lot. It can have some intense moments in it, but all in all, I really enjoyed it. I didn't know if I would very early on, especially when you're not used to seeing a particular actor in.
That's
a
what
certain
made
way.
made me not want to watch it. I was like, oh, not Pierce. Come on, bro. I didn't need to see you stick your thumb all the way in there, homie.
Yeah, they
Like,
showed that really.
And that's
close.
what I'm saying.
Really up
The
close.
scene is his crotch and his hand is scratching his crotch. That is the scene.
But I mean, it's not.
And
like
I'm
you're
like-
seeing, I mean, it's like.
But I mean, he has pants and everything on,
Right,
but it's
but
still,
I'm
but it's
saying it's
like
not like
he's
you're
standing
seeing him
outside
in
the house
underwear.
with like a full British, about to go hunting type gear
outfit
on.
yeah.
But then it's just like, but you're supposed to be
He's
so put together.
distinguished.
Yes.
Yes, he's a distinguished gentleman.
Well, he
Not-
was no
not in
gentleman
this.
at all.
But as I watched it, the more I watched it, the more I was just like, okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
I
Yeah.
can see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I can see it. And also, you kind of root for him a little bit because you're like, well, he's not Maeve.
yeah, that's very
Because
true.
Maeve was calling some shots and he was mad at her.
Yeah,
Like,
Maeve
you
is
don't do that.
Yeah, Maeve is the destruction.
Yeah. And it's so funny because everybody in the family knows too. Like the son is like, well, my mom, da da da. And then Bella's like, Maeve. And then, you have Jan up Maeve. And then
Yeah.
Harry is Maeve. And
Yeah.
everybody just knows that
Everybody
Maeve
knows it's
is like
Maeve.
a loose cannon.
Yeah, it's like-
don't get on her bad side. Don't tick her off.
No.
You may not live to see another day.
Yeah, because it's like she was a person who never had power, and once she got with Harrigan, then it was like, now I have all this power, and you can't touch me.
Yeah.
So everybody who has ever done anything bad to me, these other people are gonna feel that wrath.
Yeah. And I feel like she feels she's the smartest person in the room.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
At all times, she's even smarter than her husband.
Yeah.
But she's the smartest person in the room. She's the one that's really running things, the one who can get into his ear. And oh, by the way, she's actually not even that unfriendly with Stevenson.
Yeah.
So then you have that whole dynamic, which made me think that maybe they had an affair. I don't think
Exactly.
they really talked about it, but it made me think that because he was like, oh, me and Maeve, we go way back.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah,
And
once he said, me and Wade, we go way back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right,
something was there.
Yeah.
Something was there.
It's
for
like,
sure.
did he say that just to like kind of get under Pierce Brosnan's like skin to be like, oh.
Who knows? But anyway, Mobland, really good. This is the first season. I have not received any word of whether or not it will be picked up for a season 2, but definitely the way that they left it, it could be a season.
It could be a season
It could be.
two.
Did you watch it all the way to
Yeah, I
the
watched
end?
it to the end. Yeah,
So,
it
and
could
I
be
was
a
a little
season two.
confused by the end.
Yeah, I was
a little
too.
Bit. We'll talk about it after
But then I was
this.
just like, what's the
But-
point? But okay.
Yeah. We'll talk about it after this. But still, regardless, it was good for sure. Well, I can't even talk about that because then I'd be giving something away. So never mind, I won't go there.
Okay.
But anyway, so that I think might be it for this week. Unless you
That
had
is
anything
it.
more to share, a hot topic or anything. This might be the first.
Oh,
one
I
that
got a hot topic. There's a page called Olay and Friends, and I believe these are all trans women that get together and talk about different trans
Okay.
things, and they rip Laverne Cox to shreds.
What?
Yes.
What did Laverne do?
So Laverne Cox was excited about her man. My man.
Okay.
But she said that she said something that everybody was like, what? She said he is a sweet, precious, gentle, pale skinned, blue eyed MAGA Republican.
Oh.
And everybody was like,
No.
what?
Okay. I'm at a loss
So
of words.
I wanna play a little bit of what
Is it a lot of cursing?
I don't know.
No, go ahead. Let's go for it. We'll mark it explicit if necessary.
But here we go.
My thing is, there is no apology when we're talking about my livelihood and the way that I show up in the world. And also, to me, it feels irresponsible.
Wait, who
Okay,
is that
sorry.
talking?
This is somebody else who's on. It's what I'm looking at right now is it's like a what is that, like
Panel?
a Zoom panel or something like
okay.
that. And they're all just getting together
So all the
talking.
trans women are on.
Yeah,
talking?
yeah, and
Okay.
it's people. It's just everybody. I don't even know exactly who is trans and who is not.
Okay.
But yeah, and but this one particular woman was saying like that was so disrespectful for you to be putting in everybody's face that this dude is against everything that you are and everything that we are and everything for like the children and people who are like just people in general who are going through this. Like you are dating a man who is absolutely against this.
Yeah,
because-
probably
yeah.
secretly hates you.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So he fetishizes you. So yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
So this is just her going in on Laverne Cox. And Laverne Cox is just sitting there eating it up. Like,
She's on the panel too.
Yeah, she's at the top. She's just sitting. Yeah,
wait,
she's
let
a.
me come on, let me look at this. Understood.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Like, I'm in a relationship with a black man, and I still, you need to know about what's happening to me. And if you don't, that says more to me about how you truly feel about me. I remember watching the clarification video that you made, and you were just like, oh, you told him something about like what was going on with trans people. And he's like, oh, really? I didn't know that. What the f you mean you didn't know that? Because you're dicking me down every day. What the f do you mean that you don't understand these policies if we are madly in love? And so to me, one of two things are happening. You were madly in love and he was having fun, or somewhere in the middle, somebody started lying and somebody started like putting on the rose-colored glasses. Because if you love me, you care about the things that are impacting me. You care about the things that are going to hurt me. And again, this is not just about your transness. This is about the fact that you are a black woman in America. This is about the fact that you are a woman in America. Man, you don't know what's going on. You can't.
Yeah, but then Laverne Cox was basically saying like how she was like, but I mean, I was in love and I blah 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 blah. But
She's
then,
still with him.
I don't know,
Oh,
but I
I
know
thought you said
everybody was just everybody on the panel was going in.
Yeah.
And then the host is actually the girl in the corner who's sitting there drinking tea the entire time. I don't think she ever said anything. She just,
Just so sip
yeah,
this tea.
because it's her show, so therefore it's all everything that's happening. She's like, my ratings are gonna go
through the
so.
roof.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, yeah.
exactly.
But yeah, so that was Laverne Cox.
So is that
you know.
that's not the first that they had heard Laverne Cox mention him, because she had said
She
in the
made a
past.
post.
Yeah. Okay.
She once she made this post, then everybody was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's so weird. Okay.
Everybody was like, I don't understand.
Well,
so
I
if we
mean,
are not,
it's
if we are against everything that MAGA stands for, and MAGA is against everything that we stand for, why are you in a relationship with like? Why are you
because you know what I will say, and maybe this isn't right, but I think that when you get into Hollywood and you get around certain affluent people, you start to realize like money is just money. And it doesn't matter when it comes to relationships. Like
Yeah.
a lot of times people who are middle class, as we
Yeah.
talked about
Yeah.
before, lower middle class, upper middle class, poor, all of that matters more because of the fact that you're like, but your ideals have to matter with my ideals because this is going to take care of my mama and my grandmama and my cousins and them, or it's not. Where when you have money, it's like nobody cares about that stuff because they're just like, no, because I'll take care of my mom or my cousin or whoever. So therefore, the money part makes a difference in the political part. When you become rich, the money part doesn't matter for the political. That's why you have Democrats and Republicans who marry each other and they're fighting on the Senate floor, but at the same time, or like one, because there's a couple of couples like that in DC, where one is a news broadcaster on a Democratic side, and the other one's a Republican person who's making all the laws, but they get along great and they're married and everything works wonderful. So the thing I think is that money makes a difference, and she made the post with the mindset of being a rich person, not from a mindset of how it, and a rich person who has now been accepted as a woman, trans person by this Republican. That's a flex in her mind, but it's not a flex to all the other people who are watching this, who are like, but what about your values?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
You should have been like, no, I can't date you for your political reasons.
But somebody was like, do you hate yourself?
No, I don't think that
do
she does.
You need to heal? Is that why you are putting yourself in a situation?
She saw a cute guy, he saw a cute girl, and they started dating, and then it was like, oh, what's your politics? It's this. Oh, well, mine's are that. Next question. No. Like, not even a phase.
Maybe it was just the way that she said it so proudly.
And I think that's what I'm saying, is that because she wanted to flex that not only have I transitioned,
but that I got the guy,
especially accepted as a female, and by a Republican, blue-eyed, guy, pale skin, blue-eyed, however she can now state guy. So therefore,
she must have
in her
blonde
mind,
hair.
Whatever. But for her, it's like, this is a flex because I've been fully accepted. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I've been fully accepted, and that could be the disconnect.
Okay.
I think it's a disconnect more than it is like a full, I'm dating a Republican, and like, why would anybody want to flex that?
But let me see. But I feel like if it was I feel like if it was just a Republican, it wouldn't be as bad as a MAGA.
All Republicans at this point are MAGA Republicans. You're not going to be a Republican for long in any kind of way.
But I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure there are some Republicans out there that are just like, yo, this dude is crazy.
Yeah, but they're not going to vote anything other than Republican, so they're still a MAGA Republican. Because if you're not going to go with the other side, then you're swooped up in it.
But I mean,
which basically is the Tea Party of Republicans at this point.
It's I don't know, but I mean, if it was like, because I mean, there are people out that are Democrats, but they're just like, I don't like what the Democrats are doing by being walked over.
Exactly.
But I'm still going to vote Democrat because I classify better like with Democratic policies. So I feel like there is like the MAGA Republicans, and then there's the other Republicans that are like, well, I'm still going to vote this because I'm Republican.
Yeah. I
don't agree with the Democrat, but some of what Republicans are saying, it's like to them, it's the. So
if he were just, I don't think that those trans folks on the call would have cared if she had even said Republican.
If she just would have, that's what I said.
Republican,
if she would have said Republican, it would not have been that bad.
No. I don't think that they would have cared regardless. Like, I think they would have go in with her regardless. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
would
think
have went in regardless if it was MAGA or Republican. It's like, why are you being with somebody? Because you know what their agenda is as a whole. So therefore, it doesn't matter if it's MAGA or not. Republican at this point in 2025. So it all means the same thing. It's all about Project 2025.
Okay.
So therefore, if you voted for that, why are you with this person? Like, if he voted for that, why are you with this person if he voted for that? Now, who knows? She might have voted for that. She might be a Republican at this point. Because I already know a trans Republican.
But
the person, you know who's a trans Republican right now? Remember when Britney was doing all that stuff, and there was this person who was crying, and they had this blonde hair, and they were like, leave Britney alone.
But our algorithms were different.
No, I didn't know the person back then. Somehow I found them like much, much later.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, they've now transitioned, and they proudly wear their Trump hat, and everybody goes in on them too, and they think it's hilarious. But they are a trans person who voted for Trump and feels 100% comfortable with that. And very excited about it, and talks about it on their post all the time.
But I guess you pick the side that has more of the things that you would have in.
You're in alignment with more than what
Yeah.
you're not in alignment
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you're always going to go towards what you like more so than what you don't like.
Right. Yep.
So, but I don't know. They just picked it apart, and then somebody
have to
else
watch
picked.
it.
I'm going to show you another video that is so much funnier.
Okay.
That it was somebody who read a room that was being read. I loved it.
Oh,
I love it.
I'm kind of confused, but okay,
Yeah,
I'm ready for it.
yeah. Sorry, that's gay terminology. Sorry, I had to get it out there.
Now, I know what being read is, but I guess I'm like reading a room that's being read. I'm like, oh, that I need to see.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it for Sestra-Tainment this week, everybody. Have an amazing one. Talk to you soon.
Bye.